Welcome back to News, Politics, Conspiracy Theory Chat. I'm your host, as always and forever, Al Wooden, aka the Skeptical Canuck. And I'm skeptical, folks. I'm skeptical of all the crap going around. So, before we get started, hey there, Solstice. Before we get started, make sure you give this stream a like a dyke. Oops, I've already said a slur. And yeah, share it with your friends. Don't let Bill Gates and big tech and GooTube and Google be the ones who decide who gets to see this and your other favorite shows that are not going to hold their tongue and they're going to tell the truth. I got a few fat cannons here rolled, as always, ready to fire in your faces. So while we wait for people to get in here, we're going to play a brief song, and this is Guess Who by Wax. I wanted to play a different song, but it wouldn't load, so sorry for being late. Here we are. All the fellas go ape shit when I spit the boiling heat. Force it down for the ladies like the toilet seat. If you want to join the show, you can too by copying this link into your browser. That'll be up on screen in a moment and in the live chats right now. That's Dumbfounded, apparently features on this rap track. Solstice. Hey boy, join me for a conversation. Might buzz in a few seconds after I spoke this fat one. Guess who? Guess who? This ain't Sherlock. Got a copy. Got a problem with the two. Guess who? My verses all start proper. Blueberry. From Auto Card. Oh, Blueberry. Feeling so small that you probably fit an elf clothing. We're coming for you, Billy. We're coming for you, Billy boy. Gonna get you goat. Government funds. This ain't Batman or Robin. Ain't no change of mind. This ain't Biden and Obama. You should go and ask your mama for a clue. Guess who? Guess who? This ain't Sherlock and Watson. OJ and Johnny Cochran. Along with John Scott. Holler if you got a problem with the two. Guess who? Guess who? Yo. The black motherfuckers associate. They get along, only hate. Like a Kobe State, they get slowly age. Check the trophy case, you can tell we never lose. Our videos get box office numbers, you get several views. Ebenezer Scrooge, money racking up the revenue. All we got is handbangers like them heavy metal dudes. You need to tell me what this revenue up, they need to pump the brakes. You couldn't spit my share the shit out with your friends, get more motherfuckers in this room. These little children can't stay up until midnight. It's bullshit. This has always been a live show. It's always been a live late night show. Right? Go ahead, Obama, yo. Go and ask your mama for a clue. Guess who? This ain't Sherlock and Watson. OJ and Johnny Cochran. Along with John Scott. Holler if you got a problem with the two. Guess who? Guess who? All right, welcome. We in that welcome fucking wagon shit tonight. Again, that was Guess Who? Wax featuring Dumb. And it may or may not have been an EOM beat. I'm not sure. But anyway, check that shit out. Wax and Herbal Tea. All one word on YouTube. We had Solstice watching for a moment. He popped off, apparently, that mother trucker. But yeah, either way, we've got quite the show for you tonight. Again, as always, we play a bit of info, or sorry, we play we play a bit of intro music to let people come into the live show, to let the notifications go out, and yeah, so I can work up my buzz. So, anyways, without further ado, we're gonna get going. We've got an hour, 55 minutes here tonight. We've got a few articles to go over, some videos to watch to change the pace a little bit. And as always, after every article in our video, we'll check your comments, read them up, put them up on screen here. And I encourage you again to please join the show. We're going to start doing these earlier. I might do something like this earlier tomorrow. I've only got 5 hours left on my StreamYard account until the 27th, so 10 more days. With my lazy ass, it shouldn't be a problem. So again, that link is up on screen. Go ahead and join it. It'll be in the chats if you'd like to do so. So tonight we're going to go over a bunch of issues, a lot of them Canadian. So, buckle up, including Rideau Hall intruder wanted to have Trudeau arrested. RCMP has that story. Let me close my bookmarks here. Don't want anybody to see my twisted porn in there. Oh my goodness. Who's this? Stranger danger. Jack Jersowitz in the house. Have you seen about Klaus Schwab? What about him? I've seen a few things about him, yeah. He wants to make it so no one owns property and will be real happy owning nothing or some bullshit like that. I'd like to beat the fuck out of that old bitch. People say they wouldn't hit a woman, but, if they're saying the things he's saying, just throw her ass down some stairs. Let's see who this is. Oh my God, that picture's
Hi.
how's it?
What's up?
Big Chungus, what's going on?
It's me,
Not
Jack.
too much, Oh, Jack, how's it going? Long time no see. That's such a creepy picture. That's horrible.
Just really, have you seen these pictures of Klaus Schwab? What the fuck
which
is
ones?
he wearing?
I don't know. Yeah, send it to me. I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
I'm gonna show you, then I'm gonna dip out really quickly. But I have been missing your stream, so I just wanted to say hi. But let me show you this freak wearing these Star Wars costumes.
All right. Sounds like a good way to start her off there. Show me that. I'll get another couple of hits out of this thing, and then we'll look at those articles. Yeah, check out some of the videos, though, I've been doing, Jack, man. I've been doing some other ones there. I'm trying to put them up on other platforms, too, but we should get that Jack and the Neanderthals thing going with everybody. I don't know if you caught any of that four-way conversation we had. The video is entitled "Three Canucks and a Swedish Yankee Walk into a Bar." Check it out. We went over a few things there. You don't have to watch the full 5 hours, of course, but we get carried away here sometimes. People are just dying to speak their mind, it seems. And, that's what I try to be. A place to speak your mind, a place to hear what I'm thinking, and, a place where anything goes, really. You can say whatever you want. Just, yeah. I got to say, your picture looks like a cross between Saw and Yeti. That's Saw mask and Yeti. And then the nose looks like a very...
I can't post direct pictures, but I posted the fucking link.
The link?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, is Solstice here? He should join.
I seen him here a minute ago. I don't know if he's still here. He pops in, pops out. I think everybody should know the drill by now. I do play an intro song. People, it's like they're like, "Oh fuck, what music tonight?" No. I did one music show. That was for fun. It wasn't me actually. Did it some guy I know, but he said he wants to start doing those. So I let him borrow the fucking channel. It was pretty good. His name is also Jack. Actually, no, Joe. Anyways, I think his name is. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? So hold on, I'm gonna put this up on screen here because this is actually pretty interesting. This is actually pretty strange. This is scarier than that picture you've got up on screen there. This is a little bit more twisted than Jack's display picture tonight. Again, I'm puffing big J's. I'm not sick with that fake virus going around. All right, let's see this shit. Oh, I didn't. Did I share it up on screen here? Fuck. I'm a little off my game here tonight, there, folks. Smoking big joy, you know. Let's see. Splitting up the screen. Calm the fuck down, you motherfuckers. So anal about every damn thing. Okay, so this is it? Yeah, it's working. Okay. This is everyone's favorite German socialist. What in the fuck? Klaus Schwab is not a member of the Church of Satan. No, definitely not. Let's see if we can zoom in on this fucking shit here just a little bit. We'll zoom in on these uniforms they're wearing. They seem to be very Emperor Palpatine.
I thought it looked like they were dressing up for a Star Trek party.
Yeah, or I mean, like I'd say yeah, you're pretty close. They look like the maybe not the Romulans, but one of those other ones there. My screen is zooming in uncontrollably right now.
Oh no, they look exactly like the Romulans. That's a perfect
exactly
the Romulans.
Which ones were the Romulans? Were those the ones with the weird faces, but they were other than that they're pretty much human? My favorite ones were the ones with the slug, the secondary eyes. I think they're called like Zwankies or some bullshit.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I like classic.
Romulans wore the exact same shit though, the pointy shoulders, and it looked like they were wearing winter vests all the time.
Yo, straight up. See, I got that shit, man. I got it on lockdown. Let me see. I'm trying to see that symbol there. It looks like the flower life though, but perhaps like a super duper star. It looks like some kind of a star there. What the fuck is this thing? Anyways, oh my god, I got some real serious goobers. Humid, and he's got some flowers, of course. So I'd like to see what the fuck this is. Of course, DuckDuckGo is kind of primitive at times. Oh, you know what? I'm primitive. It's 400% zoomed in. I'm like, why is this so big? Fucking stone fuck. Oh my god, embarrassing. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I'd like to see what this is about, so I'm gonna try and figure it out real quick.
This is when he was giving his presentation about how he wanted to do Great Reset or something, and then he was also given a doctorate.
Really?
But that doesn't explain why the university he's at has such weird suits. I mean,
so that's university clothes.
Yeah, they're giving him a doctorate or something, but it looks like a cult. Those look like priest suits.
No, they definitely do look like priest suits. I would expect one of them to pull out a fucking lightsaber and, if anybody asks questions, well, there you go. Yeah. Zing, zing. Hey, why are you wearing some weird fucking looking robes there? I've never seen anything like that.
Tons of people are wearing suits. So I found a video, and I want you to watch the video. I don't know if you want to watch now or later, but I dropped a video in the link in the private chat.
Holy fuck, look, it's Mr. Corbett. Sorry to interrupt you. Look at that. Mr. Corbett. Holy shit. How the fuck did he get through?
Are you going to talk about him later tonight? No, who is he?
Who, Klaus? Yeah, if you send me the link. Send me the link now. I'll see what it is. If it's good, you explain it to me there. Oh, look, there's Klaus shaking hands with Trump. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It should be.
I am Klaus Schwab. All your country belongs to us now. Resistance is futile. Look at that. Perfect. Just like what you were saying there. Look at this shit. You guys see that shit?
Yeah.
Nice. Meme makers, eh? Look at that fucking shit. Fabulous. All right. Well, thanks for bringing that up. Yes. If you send me the link to the other thing, that'd be great. Is that from you there, Big Chungus? How long is this video?
Oh, let me check.
Let's check it out. So, by the way, while we're waiting, we're bringing up a lot of articles tonight. Yeah, it's all good. I'm opening up a lot of articles tonight. A lot of them Canadian. Let's see. Rito Hall. So some guy apparently kicked in Parliament Hill again, but didn't want to kill Trudeau. He wanted to arrest him. He pleaded guilty to 8 charges. Another thing in Ontario and how we'll keep ministers safe. That's a 2-minute video. Alberta man alleged mistreatment at quarantine sites. You should see it. It looks like the Holocaust. Looks like the set of fucking Schindler's List. Hotel quarantine measures for air travelers, February 22nd. It was debated whether or not it's going to happen. It's happening. Calgary police defend exchange. I think that's a shorter video. Localized handgun bans won't be as effective as a national one. Some fucking dick stick fucking mayor's talking about that. Gun buyback program not effective. Violence, says some dick, I don't know who it is. Stuff. Ottawa's gun buyback program criticized from all sides. That one's a 2-minute video. Vaccine should reach all BC First Nations by the end of March. That's something I want to go over. It says I should know better than to try and open something on podcast. Yeah, if, next time, if you have time, eventually you can actually just bring it up there. Yeah, page unresponsive. You fucking bastards. What's this? Here, we'll close that one. Close that one down here. Dark Coral or some fucking shit. Where's that fudge? Yeah, I've got too many windows. Unfortunately, it's now a little late because I've still got the link. But yeah, all right. Well, anyways, I'm gonna get on to reading these articles. So, Jack, you say you're gonna jump on Windows open, as you can see. So, coming off of a fucking toaster laptop here. Are you still there, Jack? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get on with reading some articles there. So yeah, I guess we'll start with watching one of these little. Another thing I'm gonna bring up. UFO report, an unclassified report on UFOs must be released in 180 days as part of the coronavirus response fucking bill. So they actually signed something in 180 days, and this is, of course, 30, 40 days ago, that they will have to, I think it's the White House will have to have information disclosed about everything they know about UFOs. Of course, this seems to me like they're going to do blue beam, and they're going to beam us all with that fine blue beam, and we all know what that's about. That's about I believe in aliens. I think aliens might even be here, but they're going to use alien technology to wipe a bunch of us out. So I'm going to give my opinions on that. And yeah, I think that's pretty scary that they said in 180 days they're going to tell us everything they know by law. Obviously, it's all propaganda, but you got to think, what are they prepping you for? Well, maybe an alien invasion. FBI Secret Service probe attempt to poison water supply. That was an interesting little video. Dot Connector. We're going to go over some of a friend of the show's Dot Connector's videos, probably just one. They're pretty short videos. They're like 3 minutes. Next, Canada PM Justin Trudeau was upset over canceled invite to Chinese troops. And after that, 3M, popular mask maker, knew about the harmful effects of PFOA and PFOS from the intercept.com. Pretty interesting stuff. We'll check that out. Next, could pandemic drones help to slow coronavirus? Probably not, but ... something else could. I don't know what the fuck. 100 sent to emergency room. Oh, I'm bringing that up for. I've brought that up a few times, but a bunch of merch to get. Of course, vaccination. So everybody's excited to get. Canadian. It says COVID protesters attempt a citizen's arrest of mayor. I wanted to bring that up last week. We might even start with that one. List of countries by firearm-related death rate, and I thought I'd bring that up in regards to all these stupid videos. So we're going to bring that up while we're watching those videos, or after we watch it. And yeah, I tried to look up how many firearms murders there are in Canada. So we're going to bring that up real quick. It's just like a 2-second thing, just some statistics. And finally, majority, more than half of Ontario gun-related deaths are from self-harm. Majority in older men in rural areas. Study finds. So we're going to go over all that and more. We're going to start off first, however, with a video or two, maybe just one. I gotta take a piss already. I've been drinking nothing but coffee. So we're gonna play this video real quick, and I'm gonna give my opinion about it. We gotta prioritize these experimental, untested, unsafe injections. And listen, they're not FDA approved. So tell me that they're safe. They're safe and effective. Yeah, you know what they're safe and effective at? At inflating profits. Here we go.
Progress getting vaccines into remote indigenous communities have made, but like in every community across the process.
We have not been able to completely meet the goals that we have set, but we have used every single dose that we have been given to as many people as possible.
So far, approximately 16,000 people living on reserve have received at least one dose, but another 22,000 doses are needed to get everyone their first shot. The goal is still for that to happen by the end of March. In the meantime, they worry about variants which haven't been found yet and developing culturally sensitive protocols as clinics move into larger communities.
Before the vaccine is given, and Emma the Penny that I've heard talks about so many minutes per vaccine, and that there will be 40 vaccinators in a large space working at once, where large numbers of people and noise and confusion may be occurring. And for some individuals, and I'm thinking specifically about our elders, that may be overwhelming.
This isn't a transactional experience. It's not about the flow through exclusively. For us, it's a transformative experience. It's an opportunity to tell our story and write the story that is meaningful for our First Nations people.
The New Halt Nation says it is set to write more of their story this week, planning to vaccinate another 110 people after Vancouver coastal health officials were forced to apologize after withdrawing more than 200 promised doses in January. Officials say that
both BCH and
So again, why the fuck? Why were the doses pulled in January? Does it say why? No, and I think it had something to do with safety concerns. But of course, they were pulled in January because of supply. How are they pulled in January because of a supply? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So if you already have them, how could you pull them because of a supply? Doesn't make any sense. And before we end on this video, I want to see how many did they say they already injected with this experimental shit? They better hope that I don't come anywhere close to come to power, as it were, because we all know that the system's rigged. Even if you do win, there's probably little you can do. Because I'll be going after every single government official for malfeasance, for saying, oh yeah, we got to get these shots into natives and old people as fast as possible. I'm coming after them.
Mostly FNHA for this rollout. So our plans we had worked out together. They had a great template that we just needed to use and follow.
The vast majority of doses given out so far have been Moderna, but with shipment timelines still unclear, the First Nations Health Authority may look at using Pfizer as well. Of 203 communities, so far less than half have had some vaccines. Susanna De Silva, CBC News, Vancouver.
Oh, is it giving me another fucking video now? Holy shit. So there you go again. And it said 1,400 people? They've already, I'm just going to close this fucking tab because it's, they said already 4 people had injected with this shit. And, it's pretty clear to see what's going on here. They want to infect the native peoples, or not infect them, but they want to alter their DNA in a way. I'm not sure which brand, I'm not sure it matters, but I'm not sure which brand at this point is the one that makes it hard, if not impossible, for the placenta to metabolize in a woman, making it basically a sterilization process. But there was a brand that was doing, and they didn't pull it, as far as I know. Could be wrong. I could be wrong, but they didn't pull it. That might have been the one that they said in January. But anyways, so my opinion on this is they're targeting the native peoples. They've always been targeting the native peoples. I mean, in fact, since we got here, I mean, they did smallpox with the natives. They gave them alcohol. They traded their land for liquor. you know, and things they didn't understand. Oh, they signed it away. You know, these people didn't know how to read and write, especially in English. And you're saying they signed away the thing. Obviously, they were. So again, we need to go after these people who are pushing this stuff. I don't think it's enough to protest, write our officials. And what do I mean by go after? Well, people like you and me, and especially, you know, especially those of you in the U.S. I mean, personally, if I was in the U.S., I didn't migrate to Canada, even if I wasn't born in the greatest country on earth. But yeah, we really need to get involved in government because protesting is just jerking off. I mean, and ultimately, like I said, it's a rigged system. Even if you are involved, it's probably not going to do too much, but it's a start to getting people to be able to listen to you. It's a huge platform to talk on rather than a rinky-dink little podcast, or if you're lucky, a nice big swapcast. You know, other than that, it's oh whoa, look, 4,999 views on this video. That's pretty funny. Anyways, you know, if you're lucky enough to actually get in there, you're going to be attacked from all sides and stuff. So I just think it's a pretty big platform. I look at Ron Paul. Ron Paul ran for president. He got a lot of popularity. Clearly, he would have won, but you know, it's a fucking rigged game. And you know, he still has a huge, massive following now. And if they really wanted to, they could probably start their own state or some bullshit. They had enough billionaires or some shit. Anyway, you get the idea. Buy a bunch of land and secede. Once you've tried to negotiate, you got to relocate and then wait for them to come. The Second Amendment, in my opinion, it's not about. It's not really not about. This next video I'll play because we're on the topic of guns there in a minute. Is Jimmy Dore, someone I used to call my hero all the time, saying, "Oh, we got to get rid of the guns and beg for some UBI and universal health care." It's like, what? What? It's like they already took all our rights, and you guys with the guns did nothing. We're gonna go over it in a few minutes. And it's like, so what are you saying? They should have stormed the gates of Capitol Hill with guns, let alone Trump signs? I mean, it's just retarded thinking. It's retarded. So what's this next video, real quick? Ottawa's gun buyback program criticized from all sides. So I've got a few videos about the gun stuff going on right now. It seems like they're trying to take all the guns. They're trying to take not only the rifles now, apparently the handguns too. And it's just disgusting. And I think this is really going to give a lot of power to the phony Conservative Party, which you know, they might offer a little bit in gun rights, and then again, have all the guns you want, but we're going to up the penalties for gun violence. In the meantime, ignoring the fact that we have all these guns, we don't even have the right to defend ourselves. So if someone breaks into my home right now, let's say I had a sleeping daughter, and let's say I had a nice house, so I wouldn't be disturbing them. Let's say I had a sleeping daughter and a wife upstairs, and two guys bust in, and I've got a gun right here. I've got a gun right here, and I could easily grab it and stop them. I use this gun for hunting, let's say, but I'm not allowed because the law says. So if I was to take that gun and shoot these two fuckers, and they break in, they say, "We're gonna rape your family because you're running for prime minister," some fucking retarded shit like that. Some just retarded shit. I'm just using my imagination. This is not my SNL skit mind here, so make sure you tune into the other shit that I'm anyway joking around here. So yeah, they come in, they say they're gonna rape my family, and if I shoot them both dead and I have it all on camera, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. If I grab a stick and happen to beat these guys who are probably stronger than me and crazier than me, I'm going to jail probably for the rest of my life. Or at least I'm gonna have to fight like hell and give up a lot of my fucking money for paying for lawyers and look like a criminal in the media for defending my family. That's Canada for you. So you get it? You get what's happening here? We're going to take your guns. Oh, the Conservatives come in. Liberals are already really unpopular. They say, we're going to save your guns. They let you keep your guns. Meanwhile, then they say, we're going to fight organized crime and we're going to stop this gun violence a different way by being hard on crime. And then they're punishing law-abiding gun owners, the small percentage of them, and it's a really small amount, that might actually use the guns if someone's coming in their house with a clear intent for violence. I say if you break into a house at night, you should be shot. You should be fucking shot. Don't be breaking into people's houses. I'd like to even have a law where if someone's trespassing at night, you're allowed to shoot them with a BB gun, at least. What's wrong with that? A BB gun? It's not going to kill them. It'll teach them not to come back. Anyways, let's play this next video. Sorry for the jammering, the rambling. I got to do this more often. But again, you know, who gives a fuck? Ottawa's gun buyback program criticized from all sides. This video has 93 thumbs down and 55 thumbs up. And I can't wait to see the comments. Are the comments, oh, they're turned off? You don't say. CBC News. The federal government has introduced a gun buyback program aimed at restricting assault-style weapons. But in trying to please gun owners, and gun control activists, the liberals have ended up displeasing both sides and the opposition parties. The fake controlled opposition. Let's hear from routine proceedings of the introduction government. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I thought the guy's name was there. Here we go.
Deemed adopted.
It's a bill long promised, on the campaign trail, and nearly a year ago, after a gunman killed 22 people and scarred Nova.
Okay, so the gunman killed 22 people, and it was actually way more than that. It was 26. So I don't know how the fuck these assholes are getting away with lying about a national fucking tragedy like that shit. 26 or 27, not 20 fucking 2. So I want that shit fact checked. This is fake fucking news right off the bat. My tax money and any other Canadian's tax money going to make fake fucking news like this. 22 people? No, it was 26. I take it very seriously. The RCMP didn't do shit to defend from one fucking middle-aged guy who apparently had some RCMP clothing that he made, supposedly, and a car that he made to look like an RCMP car. But there's still letters on the side. There's no excuse why they didn't run those letters, those numbers, and see he was a fake fucking cop. Okay? So, 26 fucking people. And why I stopped the video, he didn't shoot him with an assault rifle. We're talking about the assault rifle thing. Assault rifle ban. They said they're going to ban assault rifles because of this. This was done with a handgun. Pretty sure it was an illegal handgun. And they easily could have stopped this motherfucker. They had a huge police force at their disposal. The guy ran around burning fucking people's houses down, fucking burning cars, shooting people, and they can't stop him. They should have had fucking 6 helicopters in the air looking for a guy with a fucking gun on the streets. And they didn't issue a stay-at-home advisory for gun violence because they have a system in place. They didn't do any of that. What they did is they posted something on their Twitter page 8 hours into the thing, and I think it took 16 hours altogether. Nice, neat little 16 hours. So, with that in mind, enjoy the rest of your spoon-fed propaganda.
Scotia. In the wake of that mass shooting, the Liberals restricted 1,500 models of assault-style weapons. Today, confirmation of a buyback program for owners of those guns, but few details on how much Ottawa will pay, only that the option will be voluntary.
The measures we're proposing are concrete and practical.
The Liberals leaning into the fact that those who choose to keep their guns will have to follow strict rules.
Can't take them to a range. Can't even drive around with them. They've got to be locked up in a safe.
Why?
And we have rendered it virtually useless as a firearm through the law. And up in a safe.
So that's Minister of Public Safety, something Blair, Bill Blair, I guess. And he's saying, oh, it has to be locked up. It can't even be useful as a weapon. Why not? Why not? And I would like to have an open carry. I don't even think concealed carry is necessary. Or sorry, probably concealed carry, actually. I don't think open carry is a great idea because people might see your gun. They may try to grab it or some shit. So there's that scenario. But I definitely think we should have concealed carry in certain public areas, especially in more rural areas. What are you supposed to do? Call the police and ask them to help you? No, a maniac doesn't follow the law. So therefore, you should be able to defend yourself from that fucking maniac with the most technologically advanced means possible. And I'd love to talk to this fucking goof of a fucking public safety minister in the most ridiculous and mockeryable. Oh, eat that word. Yeah. I have a grade 8 education. I can do your jobs better than all you fucking puppets. And this is the most joke-worthy fucking, I can't even remember my things when I'm smoking dope. It's a fucking mockable, fucking laughable fucking group of people. Half of them aren't even fucking born in Canada. And they're involved in some of the craziest repeals of rights during this corona fucking bullshit. And even before that, some of the most questionable giving of funds to Chinese government, like 465 billion with a B, as in Billy Boy Gates, $460 billion, couple years of GDP in Canada. So I'm just really sick of these fucking puppets. I don't really give a fuck if they end up shooting me when I'm running. If I end up running, hopefully I'll be able to run and they won't break my legs or something like that, push me down the stairs. But you know, I'd really like to see what these motherfucking puppets have to say to some of my questions, because I would like to start by having a popular talk show, having people on, and then asking them real fucking questions and seeing what they have to say. And I'd like to grill them, and I wouldn't call them a fucking puppet until 4 or 5 minutes into the interview, and they couldn't say anything. And I'd be like, you know what? My opinion, and I think most people here think you're you're a puppet. You got a fucking stick up your ass. I'm sorry, it's just hard for me to watch these fucking videos. Why do you do the show then? Fuck you. That's why.
Take them to a range. Can't even drive around with them. They've got to be locked up in a safe.
Can't even take them to a range.
To the law. And as a consequence, we believe the vast majority of rational firearm owners will choose to surrender them.
A belief not everybody shares, with the Bloc Québécois scoffing at the government not forcing owners to turn in their guns.
All sides of this are give up your guns. Oh, there's the opposition scoffing at people not forcing them to give up their guns. Fuck the fucking Quebec provinces. And if you know what, if they really want to leave, I'd say cut them the fuck off. Now, here's the thing, is nobody in Quebec feels the way that any of their politicians do. And in fact, they've had over and over again corruption scandals. So fuck the Bloc de Quebec, fucking cabal. I don't speak French, but you know what? I'll tell you, you can filet my mignon, motherfucker.
Which makes the law, under many regards, useless.
And the Conservatives insisting the legislation completely misses the point.
Mr. Trudeau misleads people when he tries to suggest that buying things back from hunters and other Canadians who are law-abiding is somehow going to solve the problem of shooting and criminal gang activity in the big cities.
The Liberals, in trying to please gun owners and gun control activists, have ended up displeasing both.
It's a bad situation for a lot of people who haven't done anything to deserve it.
I heard a lot of window dressing, a lot of slogans. We've sacrificed enough. And, you know, if the Liberal government doesn't come through now, when will it ever?
With the politics on the issue so deeply entrenched, the Liberals are also not choosing the complicated path of a national handgun ban. Instead, leaving that up to cities backed by federal penalties. But
I like how they say ban. No reasons for that. No reasons for the ban. Oh, because one guy went and did it? Well, if those people would have had guns and the rights to use them, then that motherfucker would have been stopped dead in his tracks. He killed 27 fucking people. Do you not think that? And look, if you look at the statistics, for every 100 people in Canada, 34, statistically speaking, own a gun. So if you're talking about 27 people getting fucking murdered, you don't think one of them would have grabbed the gun and fucking capped that fucking sack of fucking donkey shit? You don't think that somebody would have done that? Of course they would have. In fact, in Nova Scotia, a very rural place, in a very rural community, he probably would have been capped by half of those motherfuckers. Instead, they're dead because of idiots like this on the news and fucking
such a ban could be blocked by any province that doesn't want it. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Ottawa.
So again, if you think fucking Peter O'Toole the Tool is going to stick up for you as a Canadian and fucking do anything about getting more gun rights or self-defense rights, you're fucking retarded, man. And I'm sorry to say it, but you are. If you think voting Conservative is going to do a goddamn thing, you're fucking retarded. You're playing the game, and you're just as bad, if not worse, than a Liberal, because you don't even know how to fucking deal with these people. You know, it's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. What's worse, the guy who doesn't like hunting, or the guy who's like, I can hunt with a rock. Look at me, I can hunt with a rock. It's not fair to hunt with anything else. It's not fair for the animal. I love animal. So, I fucking know what people think about this video. There you go. Fucking ridiculous. Let's see what people are saying in the comments, if anything. Probably nothing. Dead views to the past few weeks. Just fucking dead. Of course, that's all good though. Solstice. Come back. Have you seen about Klaus Schwab? Yeah, so again, that was pretty cool, Jack. Let's see this comment real quick. We're at 40 minutes. We got to go soon. Jack Dershwood says, I got to go, bro. It was nice to finally catch your show again. Well, thanks, Jack. You know, hopefully you can come by. Hopefully we can get something together soon. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for that fun start to the show. That was kind of hilarious. So let's get on. We've got 40 minutes. We've got 20 minutes, maybe 25 left. Let's see what else we could do. We're not going to watch that entire 8-minute video. That's ridiculous. Let's see this one. 7 minutes. I don't think we can get through that whole thing. Let's see what else we can do real quick. You know what? Let's see. Here's a good real quick one. And then we will get back to the anti-gun bullshit there in a minute, but this is a quick one. I'm gonna go pee in a jar. I'll be right back. But here, I'll be listening to this, and as you should be too. This says Calgary police defend exchange in anti-mask rally. So let's check that out real quick. It's a 3-minute video. Gonna go take a whiz while that plays, and yeah, please enjoy. If it fucking plays. StreamYard, shout out.
Over its handling of this over the weekend, an anti-mask this video circulating on social media at the center shop, shaking the hand of an unmasked demonstrator, changing words close proximity. Has more on the video. Controversy it has all stirred up, Michael.
Absolutely. Anger and some outrage, beginning with some things on social media. Tracking here with Charlene Sire, who's a former police officer herself. And this is what she put onto Twitter. She said, "That's the wrong message to send. What's the matter with you? Calgary police officer embraces speaker at anti-mask rally." Let's go to blogger Mike Morrison, who made a comparison. For decades, the Calgary police arrested LGBTQ people. They sat outside places gay people felt safe and waited. There were no mistakes. They treat their friends differently. There's now no doubt. Now all this stuff.
Okay. So they're saying that this Mike Moronson, is trying to say, for decades the police arrested LGBTQ people. So it's the wrong message to send being nice to these guys. They're their friends. And you know what's funny is the cop is wearing the mask. I don't see him not wearing the mask. So it's really funny how they say that. And if I had more bandwidth, I could probably pull up a bunch of examples of the police in Calgary, especially being fucking brutal to the protesters who are probably anti-mask or anti-lockdown. I remember some people getting arrested or something. I might be wrong about that, but I could pull up examples of police all over the country treating lockdown protesters like shit in comparison to any other protesters. Pick one. But again, even anti-oil protesters last year had their fucking shit beaten out of them. They were natives on their own land, and the RCMP fucked them right up. So, but they weren't charged. That was the benevolent victory of the fucking liberals. So it's the wrong message because they used to sat outside places gay people felt safe and waited. There were no hugs. There were no handshakes. They treat their friends differently. See, and again, this guy is referencing prostitution. So you can't say, places gay people felt safe. I think what they're referencing is bathhouses and stuff like that. And in reality, they should be saying people who are trying to do prostitution. Now, there was never a time where it was okay for police in Canadian history to harass fucking gay people. So if they were harassing any people, it wasn't illegal to be fucking gay, is what I'm saying. So clearly they're there for something else. And there's no handshakes. Anyways, it's just fucking ridiculous. Let's fucking get on with this bullshit.
Gay people felt safe and waited. There were no hugs, no handshakes. They treat their friends differently. There's now no doubt. Now, all this stemming from that protest you were talking about. It happened on Saturday when hundreds of protesters took to the Chinook Center and staged a march against the wearing of masks and against restrictions aimed at preventing the spread of COVID-19. Now, the Chinook Center, for those who may be unfamiliar, is Calgary's largest mall. And because of restrictions in the city and the province right now, its capacity is limited to 15%. Now, that is part of the concern about the number of protesters that were there, but also anti-mask protests have become a weekly occurrence in Calgary, and at times elements of white nationalism and conspiracy theories become a weekly occurrence in Calgary, and at times elements of white nationalism and conspiracy theories have essentially snuck in. And what really...
Okay, so I would like to know what this little cock and nuts fucking idiot is saying right now. He's saying, there's elements of white supremacy and nationalism. One more time there, cock breath.
Of white nationalism and conspiracy theories have
white nationalism and conspiracy theories. So containing the thing of lockdown where everybody's being forced to limit to 15% capacity. Do you know what that does to a fucking economy? Clearly not, twig boy ball breath. And you know, it's just pretty crazy to see how these fucking clueless fucking people get up there and talk shit. Now, you want to talk about white nationalism? Well, listen, I'm not for any kind of white anything at all, except for equality, and that might even stir up some people's fucking some people's fucking pots might get stirred up by that comment too. But I was gonna do a rant at one point called "White is the New Black," and I mean, it's people like, you have white privilege. It's like, man, do you know how much I'm allowed to say? Almost nothing. I'm not allowed to fucking speak my mind on a lot of things. You know, I'll speak my mind on this. I'd love to know if the guy who's doing this was even born in Canada. And again, that's not a white nationalist fucking comment. That might be considered protectionist comment. But again, all I'm saying is, if he is some kind of guy who wasn't born here, oh, you'll come here and you'll say it's shitty and all this. Well, thanks. You'll say there's a bunch of crazy stuff, but you won't say any evidence. Oh, there have been hints of white nationalism, supremacy, conspiracy theory. Show me them. Show me the fucking hints. This is supposed to be a news article. Oh, no, you're just throwing out shit. Well, you know, you're from another country. If we're going to play like that, then I think you're a fucking terrorist. I think you're a jihadi here to blow shit up. Is that fucking fair? No, of course. And that's why I don't fucking believe what I just said. But still, that's that fucking attitude right there. Oh, I could just say something that's fucking true. I think you're a communist working for the CBC, you fucking goof. Fucking fired up here, people. You want to take my guns that I don't even have? I'm trying to save up for a gun. They're trying to take it. It'll be voluntary. We're just going to take everyone's
essentially
right.
snuck in. And what really touched off reaction was that picture. Let's take a look at it right now. The police officer shaking hands and then leaning into the protester, that protester not wearing a mask. Also noted was no enforcement action was taken. No tickets were given. No fines were issued for breaking the rules around public safety and public health. Now, for their part, Calgary police say the officer had to lean in to hear that person with whom he was negotiating because there was a bullhorn in the background that made hearing difficult. They also say they continue to investigate what happened as there may be charges following, but that doesn't stop the outrage and questioning why was not more done against these protesters, Heather.
Well, in fact,
oh, look at that. I'm sorry. Is this guy, let me see.
Why was not more done against these protesters, Heather?
Now listen, I might have F. He might be a native guy, but he looks like he's Asian to me. I'd love to know where he's actually born. Doesn't really matter though, because even his parents came here. Sure, he might be Canadian born, therefore he's Canadian, and I'm down with that. You know, my grandparents came from Italy. My grandfather was from England, so you know I have immigrant ancestry, obviously. Although I have quite a bit of native heritage as well, so everybody can pound sand. But you know, if your parents came here and then you're going to say, "Oh, these protesters should have their rights taken away. The rights of Canadians should be taken away." White supremacy conspiracy theory. I'd love to talk to this guy for 5 fucking minutes. Make him look like a complete fucking idiot. Complete idiot.
What happened is there may be charges following, but that doesn't stop the outrage and questioning why was not more done against these protesters, Heather.
Well, in fact, that's what you're hearing from a number of people. This does not go far enough to satisfy them, Michael. What are they still demanding?
Well, I want to hear with Giancarlo Cara, who's a member of City Council in Calgary, and he says he has heard from a number of constituents. He says there will be a public meeting about what he described might touch the Calgary police used in this situation. They said the public meeting will be on the 23rd, and quote, they want to get to the bottom what's going on here. And for the councillor, there are really 2 issues. As he's had local interviews with media there, he said protesters put public health at risk. That's one issue for him. But he also says
public health was put at risk. Okay, so I want to know, what's the death rate of the virus? Because even if it's at a little bit higher now, the last I checked was 97%. You might survive, and that's if you're over like 80 or some bullshit. So public health was put at risk. How? Explain to me that. Clearly the police officer's not afraid. But again, they want to call this some kind of white supremacist thing. And you know, that's why I would be careful to have a bunch of colored folks there. Why? Because most of them feel the same as me. Most of them do. And in fact, most people feel like this. The very small minority of people think that the lockdown should continue and think that rights should be stripped. But you know, Of course, if you watch stuff like the propaganda from the state media, known as CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, where does this motherfucker get his check out of the government? All I gotta say. Where does he take his orders?
Concerned about systemic racism in the police force. Concerned also says that he's concerned about systemic racism in the police force, concerned that there is a potential double standard about the kind of treatment some people get from Calgary police and what these protesters got on Saturday. Again, something that he described as light-handed, given the severity of the issue at hand, Heather.
So I don't know what to talk about. They don't give any examples. That seems like it's pretty much over. Again, clearly not a dude that was, his ancestors are probably from here. Maybe he's native. Maybe he's native. I could be wrong. But again, that doesn't really matter. Fuck this guy. Here's your thumbs down, pal. Pound sand. Yep. Do they allow comments? If so, we'll take a look at it. Probably coming up on. We better hurry the fuck up. Yeah. All right. Well, no ticket issued. So they wanted something enforcement done. No tickets were issued. Well, could they have given a ticket? And on protesters are treated. I agree. In regards to any other protesters, let's say racial equality protesters, well, they're escorted by the police. I know in the States, I'm not sure about Canada, but in the States, I know a lot. They've been burning shit down and they've been protected. So again, I can't really say because I haven't seen too many protests here about anything. Because like people don't give a fuck, except when they're forced to close the businesses and lose all the goddamn money. So fuck this guy. I don't know who the fuck he is, but fuck this bitch. He's lucky I'm not on Twitter. I just won't eat shit anymore. I'm not going to. I'm just doing a show than fucking trying to talk to him on a censored platform. But I'd love to talk to this fucking idiot for 2 minutes. What's this next stupid thing I have up here? 0 goddamn live viewers. That's what happens when you do such a late goddamn show. And when you talk about stuff you're not really supposed to be talking about. Oh, did we cut out for a minute? That's what happens when you're doing a late show and you talk about stuff you're not supposed to be talking about. You get shadow banned like fuck. So anyways, yeah, let's see what the fuck else there is. Let's see what the fuck else there is. We're almost at an hour. All this stuff is so slow to open. Enjoy the show, smack like, let me know you watch till the end. I'm sure most people don't, but we're gonna have to start doing this a lot earlier, or maybe even discontinue until I've done a lot more articles to get a lot of people watching. It's just hard because, I'd like to start a second channel where real people into this one, but I probably won't stop doing it or whatever. But it's just like I'll probably just stop putting in so much effort into the weekly show because, I don't know. It's just like 16 views. It's pretty shitty. So share it out there, people. Oh, what's this? We've got 2. Oh, pages unresponsive. Again, StreamYard. You can do fucking three tabs, but if you try to do more than 3 tabs, holy fuck, does it ever get shitty. So let's see this one. I'd love to see this video. I was gonna look. It's about alleged treatment at a quarantine site. Yeah, again, please, if you did watch to the end, let me know in the comments. I watched to the end. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it off at 60 minutes. Fuck it. Let's see what else there is. So I guess in relation to this shit, list of countries by firearm-related death. This is a historical countries by related death rate per 100 listed year. Homicide figures made justifiable homicides along with criminal homicides. So keep that in mind. Depending on jurisdiction and reporting standards, not included are homicides, suicides, accidental deaths, or justifiable deaths by any means other than firearm. There's the table that is giving you information about firearm-related death per 100,000 population per year. So Australia has the least Apparently is what they're saying. I gotta drink some water here. Give me just 10 seconds. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely bringing the It's So Late It's Tomorrow show, though. And ironically, we might do that a little earlier. But yeah, I'd like to do something that's more fun, just making jokes the whole time. And then do this in articles instead, and maybe do once a week to talk up. But anyway, enough of my complaining. It's clearly my time of the month. Australia, so in 2019, I had a total of 0.88 100,000, so not even one fucking death. So to make, and that's according to guns per 100 inhabitants, they apparently have 13 guns. I thought they had 0. I wonder how much China has. Let's take a real quick look at that to see how fucking accurate this shit is. China's probably not even on it. In China, government kill everyone with guns. Yeah, China's not on here. In China, you not have sock sharper than. Anyway, some fucking guns tell you they've got. Well, maybe they don't have guns. No, I don't think they have guns. They have no guns. It's yep. Kyrgyzstan has almost 1 gun per household per 100,000. Ah, is it ever gross in here? All right. Oh, New Zealand's got like 30 guns. Wow, per 100,000. Okay, so let's see. Jamaica. Oh, wait. What I wanted to know is Canada. So in 2018, 1.94 total firearms deaths per 100,000 people. So, the horrible gun violence that's going on doesn't even amount to 2 deaths per 100,000 people per year, apparently in 2018. So unless there's been a jagged increase in the last 3 or 4 years, homicide accounts for 0.72 of that, and 1.4 of that is suicide. So more than half, and again, I have an article prepared, more than half of those are suicide. And again, it's not us people's guns because of suicide. That's fucking ridiculous. That's a mental health problem. Why don't you make it more accessible to get mental health care? You know, I'm on a list right now to have my PTSD fully diagnosed, and it takes forever. Actually, I don't even think I'm on the list. That's how bad it is, because my doctor's like, oh, they won't even give you care, so I have to have the fucking care. Anyways, so that just goes to show you. Oh, look, 34 guns. Evidence. Let's look at the states. It's like 109, I think. And good for them. Good for them. That's probably the only reason we have any freedom at all, ever. 120 guns per 100,000. So that's pretty awesome. And that's where I'd like Canada to be. We should have gun rights here. And listen, all the states needs to do is make it so you need to get a license. It's pretty simple. And maybe not even a license, but maybe a license, because but there's the question of who issues the license. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think that you should be able to maybe not even have to get a license, but just maybe in some kind of a permit where you have to shoot a minimum per year. So you got to go to the range and you got to shoot a minimum of so many points to prove you're not going to hurt somebody if you do need to defend yourself. And that's a pretty basic thing. And along with that, I think we should have sheriff's offices instead of police forces wherever possible. And I don't see why they can't do that all over the city. It's a political thing. Because if you fuck up, it should be your ass on the line instead of, oh, well, we're going to get sued and get out of it and nothing's going to happen. So I don't know. I'm just I'm really sick of about things. To start looking into how to get more involved in things and get more people from my specialty to maybe perhaps even live streams about what they think our rights should be increased to. Because I'm for increasing rights. I'm not for taking any more rights away. And it seems that the questions that these people have asked all tonight, why weren't you more heavy-handed on the protesters? Why are the gun owners unwilling to give up their guns? They're not going to be able to use them anyways. Well, why are people so hesitant to get an experimental vaccine that's hurt a few people, possibly even more than the actual virus itself? Why don't you want to give up your rights? Why? It's like these people have no fucking clue. And I think it's because when you've got a lot of money, you've got more rights. If you've got millions of dollars, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can rape somebody. You can murder somebody. You can steal. Well, you can. I don't know about stealing shit. You pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. And if you got the money, if you got $1 billion or a couple of million, you can get your way out of it. Better yet, if you're involved in an industry where you yourself personally, your intellectual property or your physical attributes, like what's his name there, that fucking guy who rapes people. Accused rapist Conor McGregor probably did it. They got to be professional. Accused rapist Conor McGregor. You know, if you're fucking one of those guys, or Michael Jackson, people want to slip. And listen, I don't even know if I believe Michael Jackson did anything, but they want to sweep shit under the rug because so much. And there's better examples of Michael Jackson. They're more tangible. Like in what's that guy, Hugh Micker? I could be wrong about that one, but I think it's him. So yeah, anyways, again, let's compare the gun homicides to the rest of the Canadas in the world, or the countries in the world. 0.2 for homicide in Canada. So not even 1 per 100,000. And here, double in Chile. Let's see, these are all third world countries. It's a lot lower in third world countries, a lot less guns though, of course. You can't afford them. Can't even afford beans there. So here, let me just highlight this. This is kind of hard for me to see. Let's see. Turn the brightness just 2 tads here. Okay, that's a bit better. All right, so yeah, Australia. Let's see. They've got almost nothing. 0.15. The same thing. So kind of like I don't want to be rude countries. And homicide is really high in Brazil apparently. But again, in Canada, it's not even. So Barbados, again, kind of a more dangerous traditional thought of place. Colombia, 18. And what did I say? Barbados is like 7. Is it 7? No, for homicide, it's 6. Let's go down the thing of homicides because that's what we're talking about here. Georgia, I think that's a country, not the state, but it's 6.3. Georgia's a different country now, motherfuckers. In France, it's almost nothing at 0.12. They have an incredible 14 guns per 100,000. Did not expect that, or that's per 100. Sorry, I didn't think they had. They probably have some of the most guns in Europe. It seems like. I'd bet my bet on that. Oh, Finland is well armed. 32 guns per 100 people. They're like the Texas of Europe. Oh, Europe, poor Europe. Long conquered. Germany's packing heat with 32 per 100. Finland, like I said, same thing. So they probably have similar laws there. That's from 2015. Who knows what it's at now? Yeah. So let's go down to the U.S. They've got 12. Oh, so homicides. Thank you. Look, whoever did this at the bottom, you're a good organizer. That's all I can say. So again, suicides take more lives than homicides. Of course, it's way higher in the States. They have way more people, to be fair. So they have, but it's still, I think it's still higher because they've got 460 million, 350 million people, and we've got 43 million people. So, it still doesn't make sense that they're up to 4. Maybe it does. I don't know. I'm not good at fucking math. Yeah, maybe it evens out. I don't know. But, that's what I'm supposed to be comparing right now. Well, I guess I can get a calculator. Of course, these are the same years. But, yeah, it's a lot more homicides there. And still, it doesn't even compare to the suicides, which are, quite a bit higher. And how many guns do they have? 120. So, that might factor into it too. But I think everybody should have a gun if they want one. Why the fuck not? If you can operate it without hurting anybody, like shooting a minimum, then you should be able to have one. Because of course, if you're gonna save somebody, you may as well. You got to be able to hit them, or you got to be able to not shoot behind, blow somebody else's head off. So anyway, that's pretty interesting. But I have come to understand that of the countries that have access to firearms, we've got some of the lowest homicides in the entire world. We've got plenty of guns. We know how to use them properly, not fucking improperly. So it's a mockery to me that when guns are killing way less people than cancer a year, heart disease a year, all right, not to mention lack of health care from those two things, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous what the media hypes up, what the government hypes up, and it's what's worst of all. I mean, that's pretty damn bad. But what's worst of all about it is people think that the conservatives are going to save them or the NDP when the NDP says, "Oh, why aren't they?" Why they say almost the exact things, same things. They criticize how the current government or the Liberals right now is not doing the things good enough. Not that the things should be done a different way or that there's different ideas, but they're not being done good enough or fast enough. See, you see how fucked up that is, and it's the same. It's not just the same. It's not just with the vaccine issue. It's with every fucking issue. Whether it's fucking firearms, whether it's fucking taxes. Should it be taxed more or less? Or maybe, this is what I say. Why don't we think about what our taxes are spent on? No. More or less. That's what this conversation allows. More or less. If you say that, you're a nationalist. You're a white supremacist. Sometimes I wish I was born black so I could fucking do this stuff. But then again, it is a little bit hard being black. So I like who I am. I got some Italian blood, got some native blood, got some Dutch blood. I got some good blood. Everybody's got good blood. As long as you're not from Barbados or let's see, one of these other countries here, Austria. Everybody knows Austria is some of the worst blood out there. Can anyone deny me on that? Birthplace of Hitler. I think I can get away with a little bit of racism to Austria. And they know it too. Look at their suicide rate, 2.4. Oh my God. Almost no homicide. And how many guns? Oh, they're packing heat. These motherfuckers, I got to say, Austria is a prime example of responsible gun ownership. Of course, they probably have no rights there. So that about does it for the show. We're probably finish off with one or two more articles. No doubt, no comments. Let's see. No, we're good. Oh, no, that's it. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, folks. What I'll probably go do is, start doing these articles in smaller bits so you can watch them in 10 minutes. And yeah, thanks for Solstice. And if you did enjoy the show, please, do these too much time, but just show me you're enjoying it or whatever. And I'll probably start cutting these down. And then once we anyway, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna do what I'm saying is, gotta do it early. And, I want to change the format a bit to be about the articles that I've gone over this week, so that I can bring them up in brief. People already know about them, and they can tell me what they think. That's what I'd like to. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I thought that was a pretty crappy show, personally, but maybe you enjoyed it. Hopefully you did. I'm going to go ahead and these articles, doing them a little better and put in a little bit more effort. Got some big collaborations coming up, including a confirmed collaboration, as I've said many times before, with Grimerica. If you haven't checked out Grimerica, check out the Grimerica Show on YouTube. Check out Grimerica Outlawed, which is has some really great political conversations, some really great conversations about the lockdowns and what's going on, but also some other interesting shit that they can't talk about on the regular thing without getting banned. So check them out. Check out the Corbett Report if you already haven't. If you watched this far, you'll love that stuff. He's much more professional than me. Especially anybody check that out, because he's got a lot of useful stuff, and he's gone from doing propaganda report to solutions report with a fellow Canadian. Very proud. And I guess please do click that bell. If you don't click the bell, you're not going to see anything that I'm doing. Obviously, I'm shadow banned to the extent. And I noticed my views dipped. It's the same old thing. Maybe it's the level of effort I'm putting in, which is not a lot. And who knows? But I gotta say, none of that really matters. What matters is, we're all citizens of, especially in Canada, of pretty perfect place. And we constantly say, oh, you know, things are so bad. What can we ever do about it? In the meantime, what the fuck do we do about it? Absolutely nothing. Except for, you know, people like you and me, we occasionally bitch about it. And that's just not enough. What we got to do is, you know, I'm not saying protesting has no value. I think I think voting and protesting are the two only socially acceptable forms of public masturbation. I really don't think that they do a lot. And that's because, you know, the system is rigged where your votes aren't even counted. It's more of a pacification exercise than anything. But, you know, I'm not saying I want those things taken away, but I'm saying, you know, it basically just only makes you feel better. You know, and some people might see it or whatever, and that's great. But what do we have to do? Well, we have to start saying, I will stand up and defend my country. People always glorify war. They glorify military service. They glorify, fighting for our freedoms by grabbing a gun and doing what the fuck you're told and taking a bunch of injections. As a military person, you can't refuse injections. You can't refuse an order. It's treason. Shoot that person in the head. No. All right. Either you're getting shot or you're getting arrested. So, you know, people are like constantly saying all this stuff. Oh, how can we ever do anything? It's lizards. Oh, it's the Illuminati. We can't do anything. Oh, it's the let's see. What else was I gonna say? Oh, they've got the Mandela effect. They've got the fucking Large Hadron Collider, CERN. We can't do anything. They can control time, man. It's just ridiculous. I've had enough. People need to say we're willing to stick up for our country. We're willing to stand up and defend it. And what do I mean? Join the military? No. Protest? No. Vote for some guy that you think's gonna do anything? Hell, even just voting for me wouldn't be enough. Even if I get every goddamn vote in Canada, it's not gonna change everything automatically. It's gonna need a lot of fucking people to get involved in the conversation. Because I could easily get outwitted by 350 fucking criminals in Parliament. Don't kid yourself. Even if you love me, even if you're not my #1 fan, I'm mostly talking to myself at this point. Let's be honest. Who the fuck watches my videos to an hour and 12 minutes? Ken, maybe you're out there. My point being, draft yourself. Sign up for some service. If you're not going to sign up to serve your country, then you know you probably shouldn't be bitching too much. And what do I mean by save your country? No, not military service. Get involved in your local politics. Get involved in your national politics if you're born there. But if you weren't and you're immigrated, get yourself educated and get yourself involved in your local politics. Because we need good people to stick up. And nobody seems to be willing to stick up. They all want to jerk off and fucking protest and fucking talk on social media. I'm done with social media. I'm thinking about deleting it because my voice doesn't get out there. Same as these videos. My voice doesn't get out there. I could have fucking 300. I could have 500 subscribers now. But you know, a lot of that is my effort. I'm not trying to put it on YouTube, all of it. But there's 6 million people, 6 billion people, or some crazy shit on YouTube, and I've got fucking 70. Last time I checked, 78, 77. Keeps going down every time I get 2 new subscribers. It's fucking bullshit. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I've got some real solutions. I've got some real shit to do. I'm not saying I'll ever give up my passion for this, but right now it's very limited reach. I'm trying to get on other platforms. There's basically no way to get more reach unless I'm willing to suck social media cock, and I can't get down with that. I can't get on social media. I'm so sick of it. I'm so goddamn sick of it. So I guess I'm gonna have to up my content level. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just wasting my time right now on StreamYard. And I gotta start doing more of these. And I gotta start doing some offline videos. And I gotta bring back the rants. The daily rants will be returning. Although maybe not daily. I gotta do them about 3 to 5 minutes. Put in some art. And that's about it. So anyways, again, had somebody pop on for a second or some shit. They pop off. Alright, hey, thanks for watching. We're all citizens of Earth. We're all citizens of Eden. This is a paradise. And we gotta start sticking up for it. If you're not willing to stick up for it, maybe you should shut the fuck up. Alright? I'm pretty sick of this shit. We got a whole lot of physical courage, not a lot of moral courage. We got a whole lot of fucking people talking. And nobody ain't saying nothing. I'm Al Whitten, the Skeptical Connect. Thanks for joining me. And even though nobody's listening to this, I do love you. Take care.